There is the story the public sees, and then there is the story that lives beneath it. Most people have watched the composed, calm face presented in front of cameras and assumed that strength alone is enough to endure unimaginable crises. But the reality is far more complex. It is layered and deep, and it stretches in multiple directions at once. Beyond the headlines, beyond the measured words, exists a human heart confronting a nightmare no one should ever face. This is the story of a woman whose life has split into two simultaneous realities, one public, one private. The public face of strength. From the outside, she appeared calm, composed, and unshakable. Every word spoken, every gesture, every pause had been carefully measured to convey control. Millions watched and admired, calling it courage. They shared videos, sent kind messages, and prayed for safety. But what almost nobody sees is the private anguish beneath the surface. Every public moment is a performance of endurance, not an absence of fear. To witness someone hold themselves together under unimaginable pressure is inspiring, yet it can also conceal the profound private pain that fuels the very strength everyone applauds. The private horror. Behind the composed exterior is a private reality defined by fear and uncertainty. A loved one has been taken against her will, leaving her powerless. In that private sphere, time feels like an enemy, each passing hour heightening the danger. The absence of certainty, of control, and of reassurance creates a constant, gnawing tension. While the world watches a calm figure deliver carefully structured statements, the reality is a woman confronting a terrifying unknown. She is simultaneously navigating public expectation and private dread, living a dual life that few could ever endure without breaking down. A life of achievement. At 54, she had reached the pinnacle of her career, one built through decades of dedication, sacrifice, and perseverance. She had navigated professional turbulence that would have ended lesser careers, and she had raised children while carrying the demands of a high-profile position. Recognition, respect, and accomplishment marked her life. Yet, despite this, no amount of professional success can inoculate a person from the raw anguish of personal tragedy. Achievements cannot replace the presence of a loved one taken by force. It is a reminder that human strength has limits, no matter how publicly celebrated. The day. Everything changed. February 1st marked a sudden rupture in the life she had built. Her mother's home was found empty, and the truth was confirmed publicly. An elderly woman had been taken against her will. This moment transformed every aspect of life into dual realities. The public expects composure, clarity, and carefully worded communication. Privately, fear and uncertainty dominate every thought and every hour. This bifurcation, living in two worlds at once, is exhausting in ways the public cannot see, and it magnifies the tragedy because it isolates the individual from the comfort of simply expressing vulnerability. The physical danger, the first layer of this tragedy, is starkly practical. Her mother is elderly and relies on daily medication to survive. Every moment without it threatens her life. The kidnappers did not merely remove a person, they introduced an urgent, escalating medical crisis. Awareness of this danger compounds the grief because it is constant and unavoidable. While performing for the cameras, the knowledge of her mother's vulnerability weighs on her continuously. The physical danger adds an immediate and tangible pressure, a countdown that underscores the fragility of life and the stakes of each decision made in those unrelenting hours. Conditioned to endure. The second layer of this tragedy is psychological. She is a woman who has been conditioned to respond to extreme stress with performance. From early childhood, she was taught that weakness invites punishment and that vulnerability must be contained. This upbringing created remarkable resilience, but it also created a profound burden. The capacity to function under pressure, while admirable, is itself a form of tragedy. It is not true invincibility, but a learned mechanism to survive emotionally. This conditioning means she cannot simply stop performing, even when everything that matters most is unraveling around her. The weight of expectations. The expectations instilled from youth shaped not only her resilience but also her internal struggles. Strength was equated with love, vulnerability with risk. Over decades, this created a persistent, private question: am I enough? Public accolades, career triumphs, and widespread admiration cannot answer this question. It resides deep within, tied to the person whose approval mattered most: her mother. Even in the midst of a crisis that would break almost anyone, this question persists. Her mother's absence magnifies it, leaving her without the one voice capable of providing the reassurance that could finally allow her to feel unconditionally enough. The hidden tragedy. Beyond the public narrative, beyond the visible tension of medical danger and media scrutiny, exists a quieter, less visible tragedy. It is the pain of lifelong seeking, the search for unconditional love and approval that is at the heart of her identity. Despite half a century of success, recognition, and admiration, the absence of a simple affirmation from the person who shaped her leaves an unfillable void. This is a subtle yet profound grief, one that the public cannot see, because it does not produce dramatic imagery or headlines. It is the quiet suffering of a lifelong internal quest. A lifelong question. The question, am I enough, has been present since childhood. It has persisted through every professional success and personal triumph, and it now surfaces under the weight of a crisis that no one should face alone. Her mother's love was real, fierce, and formative, yet expressed primarily through expectation. The most profound lesson she received was that love and acceptance were conditional upon strength and performance. The current tragedy is not a reflection of lack of love, but of a dynamic that created a relentless internal pressure, now intensified by the absence of the one person whose affirmation could silence it. The gift of 3 words. Amid this tragedy, there is a potential for resolution that transcends safety, media coverage, and public concern. The most meaningful gift her mother can offer is not advice, guidance, or instruction. It is the simple, unambiguous affirmation that she is loved unconditionally. 3 words can undo decades of internalized pressure. I love you. This affirmation, not tied to performance, achievement, or composure, is what she has been seeking her entire life. The greatest relief would be the recognition that she is enough, always has been, and always will be, independent of any external measure. The deepest tragedy. The deepest layer of this tragedy is that the person capable of giving this affirmation is currently absent. While the public witnesses composure, the private reality is a daughter deprived of a mother's reassurance. It is a tragedy that operates quietly, beneath the surface of daily life and media scrutiny. It is the weight of a lifetime of seeking love and approval, combined with immediate fear for a parent's safety. This duality, the public performance and private anguish, magnifies the heartbreak, creating a depth of suffering that is invisible yet profoundly real. Conclusion: waiting for home. The ultimate hope is the safe return of the missing loved one. When she returns, it is not career triumphs, media coverage, or public recognition that will matter most. It will be the restoration of the bond, the simple affirmation that ends a half-century-long search. You are enough. I have loved you from the beginning and continue to love you as you are. This is the resolution of the deepest grief, the quiet, private victory beyond headlines. It is a reminder that human connection, love, and acceptance are what truly sustain us, far beyond the accolades, appearances, and carefully measured public moments.